Today we will start a new concept, that is the OOPS. Okay, everyone knows about the OOPS. What is the meaning of OOPS? Anyone knows? Object oriented programming, right? And what is the S here? Sometimes we are adding S, no? So we can say that is a system, or we can say that sometimes that is the structure. Okay, so everyone knows that object oriented programming is Java is also object oriented programming language. Means everything in Java is based on the object. Okay, everything in Java is based on the object. So first thing is that is the object oriented programming. OOP stand for object oriented programming. Sometimes we are adding S means system or the structure. So what is the what is the OOPS? Okay, so OOPS is a paradigm. So what is meant by paradigm or the methodology? So paradigm means a way to do some task. Okay, paradigm means a way to do some task. Suppose we have to earn, everyone have want to earn the money, right? So someone doing the job, someone is a teacher, someone is a our programmer, like. But what is the main motive? To earn the money. Same like that, what is our task here? What is our motive here? To build a software. Okay, to build a software, that is that. For that we have one paradigm, that is the object oriented paradigm. Okay, we have many paradigm, that is the object oriented paradigm, procedure paradigm, functional paradigm, logical, or the structural. But inside the Java we are learning about the object oriented paradigm. Okay, what is the main motive? To create a software. Okay, to create a software or to develop a software, we have to, it is a paradigm is a way to do some task. So which is the way here? That is, we have to develop a software. So we are using here object oriented paradigm. Okay, and there are inside the OOPS there are 6 pillars, that is the class, then objects and methods, then inheritance, abstraction, polymorphism, and the encapsulation. All are the main topics here. Okay, if you want to learn the Java, these are the main topics, you must have to know them. Okay, but all are the easy only. Means whenever we learn these topics, no, we will compare this with the real life example. Okay, all we will compare with the real life, because it is based on the real life. So we will learn with the real life example. Now we will learn about the class. So what is meant by class? So here we have one diagram here. There is the animal, birds, vehicle, whatever we have here. So here we have a classes also, objects also, and method also. So can you please tell me which is the classes, which is the methods, and which is the objects here inside this diagram? Animal, these are class or object. Before that we will simply learn the definition. Okay, so what is meant by class? Class is a collection of object. Another thing is that class is just a template or the blueprint or the prototype, and it is not exist in the real world. Okay, it is not exist in the real world. It is just a prototype, or we can say that is a template, or we can say that this is a blueprint. If we talk about the animal, this is a real world entity or not? These animals, animal is a real world entity, and dog is a dog dog is a object. Dog is a real world entity, but animal is not a real world entity. Animal is just a template, or we can say that it is a prototype. Okay, it is a prototype. The object belonging to that of the object belonging to this class, that are the real world entity. But this class, this birds, this vehicle is not a real world entity. Okay, these are all only the class. This animal is a class here, birds is a class, vehicle is a class. These all are the prototype only. Okay, and if you talk about this dog, cat, this sparrow, pigeon, these are all are the object. These are present inside the real world entity, right? This animal, birds, you can say that this is a class, and this dog, cat, sparrow, and all, these are all are the objects. These are all are the objects. The dog is belonging to this animal class, this cat is belonging to this animal class. Means this animal is just a prototype. We can say that this is a class inside our Java. So Java is a simple template, blueprint, or the prototype, or we can say that this is the collection of objects inside the class. We have many objects, so dog, cat, we can say that another animals also, right? So what is the class? Class is a collection of the object, or class is a blueprint of the object, we can say that. And class is not a real world entity. It is not real world entity. So can it will occupy the memory? No, right? So it will not. Can animal occupy the memory? Birds or vehicle, right? Dog will occupy the memory, right? Cat will occupy the memory. Can animal occupy the memory? No, right? Because it is just a prototype or the blueprint. It will not occupy the memory. From this we can say that class is not occupy the memory. Class does not occupy the memory. And if we talk about the syntax, this is the syntax of our class. We all knows that. First we need to use the access modifier. Then we need to use class. Class is a, what is class? Class is a keyword. And why we are using class keyword? To create a class. Okay, to create a class we are using the keyword class, and after that class name, this name can we give anything. Class name is I told you one topic, we can say another word also, literals or identifiers. What we say to that, this one, that is the class name, literals or identifier, identifier or literal. Identifier means any name, that is the class name, object name, method name or variable name, right? So this is a identifier also, we can say that. So we will start the class from the open curly braces and we are closing the class from the closed curly braces. And inside the class we have methods also, constructor also, fields, block or the nested class also, we can say that, right? We have created methods inside the class, constructor also, fields, blocks means simply this one, that is the open curly braces and the close curly braces. This is called as the block. And after that, nested class also. What is meant by nested class? Nested means class inside the class. That is called as the nested class. So inside the class, we will write this much topics, that is the methods or constructors or the fields or the blocks or the nested class. Okay. So this is the all about the class. Class is just a collection of the object and it is a blueprint, template or the prototype, and class is not a real world entity and it does not occupy the memory. If we talk about the real time example, animal, bird, vehicle, these all are the classes. Okay, and if we talk about the object means, which is the object here, there is dog, cat, sparrow, like that. These are the objects which are belonging to animal class, bird class and the vehicle class. Okay, and which is the methods here, that is eat is a method, run is a method, eat, fly, these are all are the methods, right? These are all are the methods. We will create a program after that. Now we will talk about the objects. Okay, anyone have any doubt till here inside the class? Anyone have any doubt? Okay, anyone have any doubt till here? Understand, no? Okay. After that, we have an object. So object is similar like a class, but it is a instance of a class. By the class, we will create an object. No. So object is a instance of a class and it is a real world entity. Okay. Object is a real world entity. Here we have examples of the main objects. There is a dog is an example, cat, sparrow. These all are the objects. So it will occupy the memory or not? It will occupy the memory, and it is a real world entity or not? Yes. Objects are the real world entity, but class is not a real world entity. Okay, so object is a real world entity and object occupies the memory. These are the 3 points. Anyone have any doubt here inside the 3 points? Object is a instance of the class, then object is a real world entity and object occupies the memory. Okay, from the example you have to remember that. Okay, from the example you have to remember that. Anyone, if anyone will ask you what is the class or what is the object, you have to remember this example. You can easily get that and easily tell that what is the classes and what is the object. Okay, if they ask you the class, so you have to know, means you have to tell about the animal, means animal is a class, like that you have to tell that. Okay, animal class is a collection of objects. Inside the class we have many objects, and class is not a real world entity. It is a blueprint or the prototype, or we can say that this is a template and it will not occupy the memory. Okay, this is the class. And if you talk about the object, object is an instance of the class, object is a real world entity and object occupies the memory. Okay, if you talk about, if you take even the example means, what is the example of the objects? Real world object, cat, dog, these are all are the objects. So these are all are the objects. If we say the real world example, these are all are the objects. Okay, after that, object consists of many things like identity, states and the behavior. If you take one example, that is a dog. Dog have some name, right? Dog have some state and attribute, means we can say that these are the variables. Okay, state means the variables, and after that, behavior means the methods. Dog can eat, dog can run, or dog can bark also, right? And dog have some color, dog have some breed, and dog have some age also, right? These are the means object have something, that is the identity, state and the behavior. Okay, every object have these three things, that is the identity, state and attribute and the behavior. Okay, these are the things which are consist of the object. After that, how we will create an object? Till now we learn about this thing, that is the new keyword. After that, we will learn about the clone method also, new instance method, deserialization and the factory method. We have 5 ways to create an object, But which method we know? That is the new keyword. New keyword is used to create an object. Simply we know that, right? So this is the all about the object and the classes. Okay, these are the two main pillars. That is the classes and the objects, and we have many pillars inside the OOPS. That is the inheritance, abstraction, polymorphism, and the encapsulation. These are all are the easy concepts only. So anyone have any doubt here inside the class and objects? What is the OOPS? OOPS is a simple paradigm. Paradigm means a way to do some task. A way to do some task. That is called as the paradigm. And which paradigm we are using here? That is the object-oriented paradigm. And what is the long form of the OOPS? Object-oriented programming system or the structure. We can say that. Okay. And what are the six pillars? That is the classes, objects and methods, then inheritance, abstraction, polymorphism, and the encapsulation. Okay. After that, here, what is the mean by the class? Class is a simple collection of objects, and class is not a real world entity. Class is just a template or blueprint or the prototype, and class does not occupy the. And inside the class, what we will write? Methods. We can write the constructor, fields. Fields means fields means fields means simple here the variables. Okay, fields means the variable. We can say that fields means is a variable. State is also a variable. Okay, and behaviors means means the methods. Okay, and after that we can write blocks also inside the class, and we can write the nested class inside the class. Nested class means class within the class. That is called as the nested class. Okay, after that if we talk about the object means object is a instance of the class. Object is a real world. It means it is present inside the real world. Object occupies the memory also, and it consists of three things. That is the identity, state, and the behavior. Identity, state, and behavior. State means the variable, and behavior means the method. And how we will create the object? By the 5 ways. Like first one is the new keyword. Another one is the clone method. Then new instance method. After that, deserialization and the factory method. Okay. Now we will try to create one program on this method. Okay. By this diagram, we will try to create one program. So what we need to create? Which is the class here? Animal is a class. So simply we will create a class with the name the animal. Okay, simply I will come here. Okay, inside this package only I will put a class. Simply we have to create a class first. So what is the name of the class? We will give animal, birds, or the vehicle. Anyone we can give, right? Simply we'll try to create with the animal. Simply I'm giving here animal. Okay, done. After that, finish. So what is the syntax of our class? Access modifier, then class keyword, and then class name. Or we can say that this is the identifier. Okay, or we can say that this is the identifier. Inside that, what we need to do? We have to create a methods and all. We have to create an object also. So which are the methods here? Animal class. That is the it we can create, or we can create the run method also. So how we will create a method? Public void. We can give anything, no? So first we will write here access modifier, then return type, and then after that method name. So here we will write a it. Okay, it simple I'm writing here. System.out. Simply I'm printing here. I'm writing here simple. Okay. After that, we will try to create another method here. So which is the another method we have? That is run. You can create many methods. Okay. We have if I'm creating two methods means there is a no limit. You can create many methods also. We have a run method. So we will create a run method here. System.out. Simple and run. Okay. These two methods we have created. Now what we need to do? We have to create a simple object. To call this method, what we need to do? We have to create the object. But first thing we have to create is here is the main method. Simply I have created the main method. Inside the main method, what we need to do? We have to create a object. So what is the name of our object? Any name we can give. Dog, cat we have. Simply we are creating with that name only. So I'm writing here dog. Okay. So what is the name of our object? Okay. Now if you want to call the method, how we will call? Dog dot eat. Okay. And after that another method. Okay. Now if I run this one, so what will be the output? I run this one means eating and running is printing on the console. Dog dot eat and dog dot run. This eat and the run means these are all are the behaviors. Okay, these are all are the behaviors. Object consists of three things. No, see there is the identity, state and behavior. Okay, state and attribute and the behavior. Now we have created the behavior. Okay, and identity also we have created. That is name. What is the name of our object? That is the dog. Right. After that, we will try to create a state. State means the color and all means we can say that that is the variable, right? Simple, I'm writing a string color. Okay, and I'm writing here simply black. Okay, string color equals to black, I'm writing. Okay, so this is the state of our object. Okay, this is the state of our object. Object consists of three things: identity, state attributes and the behavior. So behavior we called from here. Now we will try to call this state. So how we can call here? Simply I'm writing here system.out. How we will call that object? Sorry, that variable, this color. If I write direct color, so it will be called. It will be called. So how we have to call this one? Why it is not calling here? Double quotes. String. It will be converted in this one. Okay, which type of variable is this? No. Which type of variable? This is the instance variable, right? And where we are calling? In which method we are calling this variable? Main method. That is the inside the static method. And I told you before, static method allows only the static variables. No, static methods allow only the static variable. And here what we are calling, that is the instance variable. So can we able to call that one? No, right? So what we need to do? We have to create this as a static, or we can call this with the help of object, right? Object, if I write here, what is the name of our object? It is dot color. So now if I call this one, so it will be called, yes, right? It will be called. Simply if I run this one, so black is coming. What is the color of our dog? That is the black. Okay. So this is the all about the classes and the objects. Okay. So anyone have any doubt till here? Anyone have any doubt? Anyone have any doubt? I will explain you again. No worries. So which is the class here and which is the object here? Animal is a class. Okay. We can say that animal is a prototype, or we can say that it is a blueprint. And it is present inside the real world entity or not? No, it is not a real world entity. And after that, it occupies the memory or not? No, it will not occupy the memory. After that, object is a instance of the class, right? Object is an instance of the class and it is a real world. It is a real world entity or not? It is a real world entity, right? And it will occupy the memory. And it consists of three things, that is the state, name, state and the behavior. Okay, state means the variables and behaviors means the methods. So which are the behaviors here? Eat and the run. Eat and the run are the behavior, and which is the state here? Color is a state, right? So this is all about the objects. And how many ways to create an object? There is the 5 ways: new keyword, clone method, new instance method, deserialization, factory method. This we saw, that is the new keyword. That all the things we will see later. Okay. So this is the all about the class and object. Now today's assignment is that you have to create a program on the class and object. Huh? Deserialization, that is another concept, that is we are converting object into the byte. Byte into the object. Okay, we will see later. Okay, so this is all about the classes and object. We will see after that. Okay, hmm? Which one?